Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm just trying to get the screen shared. Okay, ooh, that's rather large. I'm not quite sure what happened. Let me enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so we're not starting a sprint yet, but we're going to talk about a couple of things. Before we do that, as usual, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Jody, stationary and safe, here for a week. Oh, cool. Good. Glad to hear that and hope the journey was okay. SD, hi's everyone. Made friends with the like button. Yes. Take a page out of SD's chapter there and hit that like button. Jody says, okay, let's get this out of the way. SD in the space, cool. Yep. Hearts and highs lurking so I can hear, but will be in other tabs, so that's okay. No worries. Thank you for your support, Jody. Appreciate it. Paget, she did say booped on the like button, so yeah, it's good stuff. And there's me saying hi, Devin. Hey, how's it going? Did you I'm not sure if YouTube notified you, but I replied with my Discord handle, so I don't know if you want to add me on Discord or something. Let me know. Yeah, so I hope you're doing well, Devin. Gwen, hey Gwen, how you doing? I saw you got quite a few words in, so well done on that. How's that work in progress going? And Cat is here. Cat of Cat's Novel Adventures. She says, howdy, Andy and friends. Yep, hit the like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I have to run out for dinner stuff, says Devin. So I'll catch up with you all in a bit. Yep, okay, no worries. Have a good dinner. Let us know what you're having, actually. Or maybe when you get back. Don't make us too hungry, though. Melissa, good afternoon from Oklahoma City. Thank you for popping by. Appreciate you being here. Cool. Awesome. Yep. No worries, Devin. I'm not sure whether YouTube notified you. All good. So, what did you guys get up to? I'm gonna share a bit about what I got up to, which is, and this was just like the last 24 hours. Actually, it's a 30-hour write-a-thon. So yeah, organized by Anne, Sophie, and Celeste. They organize this. They do it like a few times a year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so basically, I participated in this. There's a whole bunch of us who kind of pass the torch with each stream. There's quite a few of us actually. So let's see, there's 16 of us hosting and co-hosting, and it was a lot of fun. And I think we got more than 100,000 words in total. So if you want to have a look at that playlist, by all means, I'll leave a link in the chat. So if anyone would like to go and check it out, all good. There was lots of sprints. There was also lots of work, lots of words written, which is cool. Green ruled. Key. It's Melissa. Devin says smoke whole chicken. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Smoked whole chicken with bacon wrapped asparagus. Nice. That sounds like a good time. With cheddar butter biscuits. Yes, I'm doing my best not to get hungry right now. I got my cup of tea. So yeah, okay, there's the playlist if anyone would like to go and check that out. Yeah, a bunch of us got together. We did 30-hour marathon, rice-a-thon. Basically whatever you want to do work-wise, Obviously it's nano right now, so I think full emphasis is for us to attempt maybe to get a few more words written down than maybe we normally would, which is okay, so that's cool. Miranda, hi. Miranda and Risa. Hello, I'm hoping to finish typing up this chapter before supper. Ooh, okay. So I think we might have to do a sprint soon so we can get that out of the way. Melissa says the green ruled. I'm technically an Iowan, but after 15 years here, I'm at least an honorary Okie. Cool. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Like once you hit like a certain number of years, I think it should just be understood. You get the honorary title. That's kind of how I feel sometimes. Kat says to Devin, a yummy dinner, especially those cheddar butter biscuits. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to salivate here. I'm trying not to salivate. Seriously. But yeah, this write-a-thon, we got quite a few words in. I don't know what the last word count is. Maybe, oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna check out this Google Doc because I believe the Google Doc shows the total word count. Ooh, there we go. So that was the total word count. Check that out: 100,639 words, which is that's mind blowing stuff. You know, um, obviously it's not from just one person; it's from quite a few people, which is cool. You know, it's really really awesome. So yeah, I think if you wanted some, you know, community, few people along the same kind of journey, I do believe that would have been a great way to get some more words in. I didn't do many words, I gotta say. I did a few, but not not many. um, so let's see what I leave off. Yes, the Buster Biscuits, no, really tasty. Kat says, I'm uploading my September wrap up to YouTube. Yay, nice. Yeah, let us know when it's uploaded. Maybe even drop a link. I'll go watch it later. Sounds good. Melissa says I'm aiming for a 10K day, writing 1,000 words an hour. Completely doable. Yeah, so far so good. 3,000 in 3 hours. Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes you get a bit more and sometimes you get a bit less, but you know, on average it out. I think 1,000 words an hour is definitely doable. Of course, it depends on how fast you type as well. I think that's kind of important not to not to overlook. But yeah, 1,000 words an hour, not unreasonable, you know. And obviously, you do you, you know, do the speed you're comfortable with because you may have other things going on. You may have planning, outlining, that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly right. Wow, says Gwen. Make sure you stretch your fingers. Indeed, like you gotta get up and walk around and you know, take breaks. Green Rule says, I travel from west to east. Sorry, I travel from West End to East End of Iowa. Nicest people I've ever met. Oh, nice. There you go. Melissa says to Gwen, good advice. I'm moving around between sprints. Yes. Make sure you take those breaks. Like, there's only so much you can push yourself, especially if you don't know what you're going to write. That, for me, ended up being a massive time suck. You know, so if you know what you're going to write before you start writing, or at least you have a really good idea on what you plan to write, then I think it goes much, much faster. Yeah, Miranda says that's amazing. Yeah, exactly. It's a very good word count for sure. Um, Melissa says, I'm glad it's been a good experience. Cool, cool. Kat says, I will be releasing it tomorrow. Okay, cool. I'll keep my eye out for it. Keep my eye out for it. Hello and thank you from Melissa to Miranda. Good, good, good. Okay, so yeah, that was what we got up to. A few of us got some words, like like 100,000 plus words, which is it's bananas, yo. It's crazy. So yeah, if you wanted to do that, you know, there's lots of sprints around November, so feel free to go and join like people's sprints and streams. I'm gonna be streaming. I know other people are streaming as well, so you know, keep your eyes out. Like for example, you know, SD Houston, she's streaming, I believe, every single day or every single weekday. So, you know, I'm in there sometimes. Obviously, I'm not there all the time. I've got other bits to do. But yeah, I'm also, you know, around during these sprints during the day. So that's what we did the last, I guess, over 30 hours. It's not quite 48 hours, but over 30 hours we did that. That's what we got up to. What else did I get up to this week? I must admit, I've been studying quite a bit for something. There's like a deadline in 2 or 3 weeks. I got to sit a test, an exam of sorts. I also got this book from the library, which I haven't started reading. I'm kind of, yeah, I'm not sure what to expect. Honestly, I don't know what to expect. But I don't know if anyone knows Lucy Foley. I've never heard of her before, like a few weeks ago. But apparently her books are really popular. So she's a Reese's Book Club pick, which is very popular. New York Times bestseller, so obviously someone likes her books. Okay, I don't want to like New York Times bestseller is obviously a good, you know, a good thing to be on a list. But I would say some of these bestseller lists, and I'm not talking specifically about the New York Times, by the way, I'm just talking more generally. Like some lists, if you have enough of a budget, you could buy your way to it. So yeah, just keep that in mind, when you look at these things. Anyway, this is what I've got to read, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, and one of the reasons I picked this book is because number one, the author is female, so that for me was quite an important thing. So as part of my continuing research into the thriller niche, I'm looking for authors who are, not just male. I also want female perspectives on things, and this is where Lucy Foley's books come in. So hopefully, I will dig into that this coming week. Yeah, I got the book probably last week, so I should have probably started reading it, but I haven't. I feel a little bad about it, but yay, life gets in the way. Hey, such is life. If anyone's read this book, let me know what you think. I'm gonna say some people like it. Some people, some people, like there's over 100,000 ratings on this thing. So yeah, obviously, a few people have enjoyed it, and overall, it's got a very good star rating. So yeah, what can I say? Popular highlights, Kindles. Okay, lots of reviews. These are editorial reviews, so it's good to keep that in mind. About the author, she studied English literature at Durham University and University College London. Ooh, so I went to London for university, not UCL, not University College London, but not too far away. She worked for several years as a fiction editor in the publishing industry. I am expecting good things. I wanted to find the Paris apartment. I wanted this book, The Paris Apartment, but it wasn't around at the time. So, yeah, I ended up with this one, The Guest List. So there we go. That's what I've got. Not bad as a BSR. I would have thought this would do better. 343. I wouldn't expected this to be in the thousands myself, or tens of thousands, but maybe not hundreds of thousands. Oh, Felicia, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a good weekend. Kat says, I haven't read any Lucy Foley yet. Okay. However, that is one I've had my eye on for a little bit. Yeah, I'm interested to see it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do a book review, to be honest. I've had to slow down on the book review stuff because, YouTube is a funny platform. Okay, YouTube is a funny platform. So if I do like a book review or what I got from the book kind of video, and this is the honest truth, it doesn't get any views, it doesn't get any love from the algorithm, and it takes me a bit of time. I won't lie, it takes me quite a lot of time because I read the book, right, and then I make my notes. And it's not like a PhD thesis kind of note, it's not. I don't spend 2 years of my life digging into the Freud approach of whether this character was in their heads or not. I don't do that. Okay, so it's not like an extensive book review, but I would say it does take me quite a few hours. So I read the book, I make my notes, and then I got to do the video, which takes me even longer. Because I do my own videos. I don't hire out on editing or anything like that. So it's kind of it is kind of disappointing when the videos bomb. It really is, and I won't lie. So I'm not sure I'll do a formal video on the books, but I'm really open to ideas. What do you guys think? Like, would it be okay if I just posted my notes as a community tab post? Like on YouTube community tab, if I did like, I read this book, this is what I think, let me know what you think kind of thing. I'd be okay doing that, but I'm not sure if there's enough demand. So yeah. Yeah, let me know what you think. I'm curious to know. About the author, there's quite a lot about the author. I'm not reading any of that, sorry. I think Lucy looks great. I think her books are really popular, but this is too long for me to read. Sorry. Let's see. Okay, so I like reading this reviews. Read reviews that mention this bit. One of the reasons I love doing this is because it shows me potentially, not guaranteed, but potentially there will be some keywords. Not always, but sometimes. Highly recommend. No, no. Hunting party, maybe hunting. Depending on what kind of thriller or what kind of book people are looking for. Maybe points of view. So not really any keywords for me to take out from here. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that people really like this book. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect for everyone. Some people may not like it. That's just how it goes. But I think with over 100,000 ratings, let's just say it's safe to assume that a few people enjoyed it, right? Now, just to put into perspective why the ratings is an indicator of popularity. Now, I'm told, and this is from my personal experience as well, anything between 1 and 10%, maybe even lower than that, okay? So 10% will be quite high, and 1% or lower would be about average, I would say, of people leaving reviews. So they've bought the book and they've read it and they leave a review. So I would say anything between, let's say, 0.5 to 10% of people who read will end up leaving a review. Now, at 100,000 ratings, even at the highest end of people doing reviews, I would say this thing has sold, more than 1 million copies, right? So if this thing has sold, assuming the highest number of reviews, more than 1 million copies, at the low end, is it not unreasonable that they're a bestseller, New York Times bestseller? Yeah, I think it's believable. So yes, anyway, that's kind of like a mini sense check, if you like, to see if the numbers work. So they haven't just bought their own stuff. Do you know what I mean? So if you buy your own books, right, as much as you love yourself, you're not gonna leave 100,000 ratings on your own book because no platform's going to allow you to do that. Maybe you can leave yourself if it's not allowed on KDP, by the way, so don't do it. But if you were to leave yourself even one rating, okay, you wouldn't be able to manufacture 100,000. So this person obviously has a good following, very popular book and all that. So I'm guessing over 1 million copies sold, New York Times bestseller. Yeah, absolutely, everything makes sense. So that's cool. Let's see. Let me just check the chat. Hi to Felicia. I hope it meets or exceeds your expectations, says Melissa. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this, but yeah, I haven't read it. I'm hoping it's going to be good though. Felicia says, "Hey Kat, how are you?" Kat says, "Doing well, and you enjoying what's left of the weekend?" Yeah, yeah, I know. I wanted to. I'll tell you what. Even Reedsy emailed me. They reached out to me saying, "Would you be interested in becoming a reviewer of books for us?" And I'm like, I don't know, because yeah, I'm more like I'm more into the publishing and stuff side of things in this space. I'm not really as much into the book reviewing. I have done and I do some book reviews, but it's not really the bulk of my videos, if you know what I mean. So maybe I'll do like, if I read 10 books and I did a review of all 10 in a 10-minute video, yeah, okay, I might do that, but it won't be 1 or 2 books because I was doing one book at a time, and I think that just wasn't, that wasn't really, that wasn't resonating with the viewers, the audience, and also YouTube wasn't giving me any love. So what can I say? It is what it is. RC, I am cleaning. Good job, buddy. Good job. I'm glad you're awake. Oh wait, it's nowhere near midnight, so that's okay. Sorry, inside joke. RC fell asleep, and he fell asleep before midnight. He writes horror. Like, who falls asleep before midnight? And the worst is, you know what? He was actually supposed to be on the Write-a-thon. Let's see, which one was he supposed to be in? He was supposed to be on SD's channel at like 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, and he fell asleep. Yeah. Sorry, RC. I just had to highlight that. Hopefully, SD forgives you. I'm sure she will. She's really nice. Felicia says to Kat, I went to church with the kiddos. Cool. 8. Now I'm getting a few hours of doing bookkeeping. Cool. Yeah. We all got to do some bookkeeping. Yep. It's not the most sexy of work, but there we go. It's got to be done. So anyway, I'm looking forward to reading this. I've also got some studying to do, so I'll probably prioritize the studying over the reading because I need to get that studies done. I'm not making much headway. I gotta say, I'm feeling like I'm hitting the limit, so I'll probably do another few days of this, and if it doesn't go further, I'm just going to take the test and hope for the best. Yeah, that's the plan. Incidentally, actually, has anyone seen my latest video? And I showed you, I showed my, let me see, I'm gonna, self-public Andy. I shared my writing daily experiment almost, and I basically wrote for a fixed period of time, so 5 minutes or 7 minutes every day for over 3 weeks period. I'm just going to drop the link in the chat. Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. There's the link in the chat. Now, basically, I went through like 3 weeks of let me just stop sharing that screen. I went through 3 weeks of writing every single day, and I kind of logged my word count. I'm just going to show you the word. I'll show you the Word documents, and then you can have a look at the word counts as well. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen here. It's not very good writing, like words-wise. It's not good quality. But you'll see that as I went on. So this is the Word document. I'm going to get rid of that. And you can see this is sprint number 1. I had no idea what I was doing. Oh dear. And I basically wrote from the perspective of, oh, sorry, I haven't added it to the stage. Sorry. So this first piece was terrible. It was really terrible. And this first piece is about me getting into my cat's head and what I think she sees and feels. It's really bad. Anyway, so that was the first writing experiment. Okay, that was number 1, and I did that 19th of October at 9:30 in the morning for 5 minutes. So sprint number 1, 5 minutes, and I got 227 words in 5 minutes. If I were to project that, I would probably get, so you project it to 1 hour, so 5 minutes to 60 minutes will be multiplied by 12. I potentially could be looking at 2,700 words, for 1 hour. So that was the first sprint. Anyway, I did quite a few of these sprints. You can see sprint 4, sprint 6, and so on. I'm just going to scroll through here very quickly, like sprint 13. You can see. So yeah, I did quite a few. I've recently increased it to 7 minutes. You can see. So this was the 7th 7-minute sprint. So if we go back a little bit, 3, 2, 1. So sprint 16 is when I started my 7-minute sprint, and that got me over like an increased word count you would expect. But if you use again converting 7 minutes to 60 minutes, you would multiply by 8.57, and you can see the word count doesn't actually increase by much, so it's still below the 3,000 mark. So my experiment basically showed that I was writing essentially at the max speed that I could write physically. So this is not something I would likely improve much on, writing speed. So there we go. And also the writing quality, I think, has improved because I got more used to it. I got more confident, all that kind of thing. So now I'm at sprint number 25, which I'm debating if I should do one today. I already did one today, but this was because I forgot to do it yesterday. So I gave myself a day off yesterday, and this was it's another 7-minute sprint. I'm thinking if I can increase this, instead of 7 minutes, I'm going to keep it at 7 minutes, but I'm going to do it twice a day. So instead of 7 minutes once a day, I'm going to do it twice a day. And I'm at 2665, so it's still below 3,000 in my word count. If I were to round it up to the nearest hour potential word count. So my plan is to actually increase the 7-minute sprint to twice a day, which would easily double. So from about 300 words per 7 minutes, I'll probably get 6 to 7, maybe 750 words, per 7 minutes. So yeah, we'll see. I'm undecided as to whether I'm going to do another one today. So yeah, let me see. Felicia says you write a lot faster. Yeah, I am a fast typer. I do type kind of fast. People have said that to me many times before. So yeah, I don't think I probably wouldn't like focus on the typing speed, because not all words are created equally. Like I would probably have to go back and edit this significantly, So it's not all about the speed for sure. Melissa says popping out to get a strong coffee. Cool. Okay, have a good coffee. So yeah, that's what I got up to with the writing. Let me just show you I'm going to remove that, where the word counts landed, just as an like the tracking that I'm using on my spreadsheets. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Add it to the stage. Okay, there we go. So you can see sprint number 1. If I was to extrapolate to 1 hour, I would probably get 2,700 words. And so this essentially is the words per hour that I would be able to achieve in one day. If I were to do like multiple 5 minutes or multiple 7 minutes, that would be my target essentially. Now my max word count per hour is 3264. So this is the absolute maximum words I'm going to get most likely in 1 hour. And the average is about 2,700 average words per hour. In my video, I actually mentioned that if this is true, I would actually anticipate that I would realistically write between 2,000 and 2,500. So instead of taking the max or the average, I am actually going to give myself some grace. I'm going to say I'm not even going to hit the average. I'm going to go below average and say I'm going to hit 2,000 to 2,500 words per hour, which is like, if you can write this fast, it shouldn't be difficult, But again, this is just for me, not for anyone else. This is just my writing speed. And also, you can see, like, sometimes I drop down at 1,800 words, which is, if you notice, it'll be probably things like thinking before I'm writing. Sorry, thinking as I'm in the writing sprint. So instead of writing for 5 minutes, I end up thinking for like 2 of those 5 minutes. And then that will significantly drop the word count as well. So yes, I do have some lower word counts, like 1,800 here, 2,000 over here, 2001 over here. For me, these are kind of lower word counts because I do type quite fast. So it's just, important to understand yourself. So myself, I write quite fast. That's not a bad thing. But I will have to have a look at how my outlining and plotting and all that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do with those things. But yeah, so that's what I got up to this past week. Did a video on that over here. I'm going to share the video link over there if anyone would like to go check that out. And also, I got a book, Lucy Foley, The Guest List. Hoping it's good. Everything checks out. Sense check wise. Participated in the write-a-thon, 30 hours, where we a bunch of us got over 100,000 words. So yes, been quite a busy week, I must say. Okay, I've rambled on for about half an hour. Let's say we go into a first sprint. Let's do like that. I'm gonna do let's say a 30-minute sprint. Let's do a 30-minute sprint, and then we'll regroup and then go from there. All right, I'll see you guys in 30. Okie dokie. How did that go for you? Okie dokie. I changed the ticker. Let's say hi in the chat again. I'm not sure what went on. I was in the chat, in and out of the chat. So let's see. Okay, so there we go. I know where we left off. Melissa was popping in. She popped out. Emma popped in, which is cool. Don't forget to boop the like button, everyone. Indeed, indeed. Very good reminder. Make sure you boop that like button. Paget says, finish edits. Yep. Thanks for this. Happy to help, Paget. I'm going to take a shower and nurse my eye and have some kid time. Absolutely. Hopefully see you all in a bit here or elsewhere. Yep. Absolutely. Well done to Paget. And Devon is back. Cool, cool, cool. And Devon had a really nice dinner, by the way. So I even remembered to turn off Clockify. I gotta search up what Clockify is. Maybe in the next sprints. So Gwen is apparently out of words for the day. My brain is just fighting noise right now. Exactly. This kind of touches on the point about writing, and it only comes with experience. Like, you've written lots of words, so you know this, Gwen. But if you're not able to write, then you're not able to write. You know, sometimes your brain just gasses out, and that's okay. Got to take a break. It's all good. So people say, "Oh yeah, I can do, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 words an hour." Oh, great for them, but not everyone can do that. So it's important just to go at your own pace. In fact, my brain regularly just spaces out. So let me show you what I was talking about. Just give me a quick minute. I just want to share my tracker with you again, and let me just share my spreadsheet, and you'll see what I mean basically. So I had my oh, sorry, I forgot to add it to the stream again. I always do this. Okay, so I started my experimental writing every day, and I extrapolated from 5 minutes. If I were to do, 12 times 5 minutes, I'll get 1 hour, in which case I'll get about 2,700 words for that first sprint. Now, this is not saying anything about the quality of the words, so, bear that in mind. It's just number of words, potentially per hour. And I'm on day 24 right now, and I'm at 7 minutes. So you can see I went up to 7 minutes over here, 3rd of November. So, 9 days or so ago, about 10 days. And I'm writing about the same pace. If you notice, I'm writing about the same pace, hourly wise. About 3,000, 2,500 to 3,000, 2,000 over here. It's quite low. Okay, but that happens. That happens sometimes. So if you look at my 5 minute ones, the lowest I had was over here at 1,800. The highest was over here, and that was the highest for the whole time. So realistically, I can probably write, I don't know, an average would be 2,700 words per hour. But realistically, I would say 2,000 to 2,500. I'll be very comfortable. So I wouldn't be like pushing myself, worried that I may not get the words, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's important just to acknowledge that, when your brain gasses out, you need a break, and that's okay. In fact, that's probably a good thing. Take that break and come back refreshed. And Melissa got back here for the final 15 minutes, which is cool. Anyone want to take bets on how long it takes? It's going to be, the Findy says hello to me in the chat. And by the way, I said hello later on. RC says hello to Emma. Cake hating scoundrel. So I said hi, Lisa. And by the way, Lisa is Emma's other nickname. So yeah, there you go. Cake Gate. I don't know if anyone knows Cake Gate, but I'm not a fan of cake. I'm not going to say I hate it, but it's not my preferred food. Okay, so no cake for Andy. I'm okay with that. No cake for me. That's fine. Emma says to RC, hello, thank you so much for the lovely welcome. And see, RC lifts his hat off head. Such a gentleman indeed. Hi, Linda. Oh, okay. So Lisa, which is Emma, I showed her a comment by someone on one of my videos, and that person called me Linda. It's so random. Like literally, the channel name says Self Pub with Andy. I don't know. I have no idea where Linda came from. Anyway, this person commented with addressing me as Linda, so that's how Emma decided to call me Linda. Very naughty. Emma's very cheeky. Felicia says hi to Emma. Hi's, and how are yous? Ooh, Richard is in the house. Richard is here. I was taken by surprise by Andy's dulcet tones indeed. And Richard's nickname is Cliff. Okay, cool. Devon, have a good evening. Have a good dinner. It was a delicious dinner, by the way, that Devon's got planned. So, yeah, so lucky. So lucky. Melissa says 500 words on the dot. Outstanding in those last 15 minutes. That's really good. That is cool. Devon saying bye to people. It's all cool. Are we getting a spreadsheet? Yeah, we did get a spreadsheet. And we did get maths, exactly, and Excel. Indeed. Kat says, my video is still processing, so I packaged up a book to send to my friend Faye in Canada. Ooh, nice. Is that expensive? I'm just curious, Kat. When you that would be like international mail, right? So that probably is a little on the higher cost side. Kat says, now I need to package up a book to send to my other friend Sarah, who also lives in Canada. Nice. Highs from Emma to Kat. As he said, graphics. I'm saying graphics right now, buddy. Graphics. Lula Rees, hi. Good to see you. Thank you for popping by. Graphics. I have the sound off, so you'll hear that. Oh dear. HK, hey, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by today on the weekend. Appreciate it. HK says, hi, hope the words are flowing. Yeah, cool. Ooh, what's up, Buttercup? And that's Nicole of Nicole's Bookish Nook. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hi, Lula from Emma. Kat says, hi, Emma. Nicole says, finally have a day off. Okay. Yeah. If you need to like relax, take the day off and go enjoy yourself. Buttercup, exactly. Buttercup from Emma to Nicole. Oh my God, Kat. You are on the next level of exaggeration. I've been known to exaggerate a little bit. Just a little bit. I think that one takes the cake though. Kat says it will probably cost me $1 million, and that's in relation to shipping a couple of books out to or presents out to her friends in Canada. Emma says hi to HK. Buttercup Emma. HK says getting ready for some words this evening and polite stuff. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, HK. By the way, HK has obviously a YouTube channel, and she does sprints as well and streams. So make sure you go check out the channel. Oh, you know what? I should probably get a link. I don't know how I'm gonna get a link, but I'm gonna get a link. I think it's HK Dark One. I don't know. I'm hoping it is. I don't know what channel's gonna come up. I'm hoping it's HK's channel. Yes, it is. Okay, so yes, it is. Ooh, I'm gonna pause that. Sorry. So this is HK's channel. So feel free to go say hi. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on any of her videos. So I'll put that in the chat. Okay, I'm going to show it in the chat, and give me a minute. Kat says not really, but more expensive than if I mail it to a friend in the US. Yeah, cool. Because US has like media mail as well, right? That runs a little on the cheaper side. Emma asking HK, are you doing Nano? I think she is. I believe she is. Yes. Nicole says next week I'll be working 7 days that week. Ooh. Then Monday rolls over and it's Monday to Sunday again. Okay. I'll probably no. Yeah, take care of yourself. Seriously, like your health is number one. Gotta take care of yourself. Hyperbole at best. Exactly. Probably gonna be $1 million. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't actually like go one up like $1 billion or something. Why stop at 1 million? It's just like 3 zeros extra. Like anyone can do 3 extra zeros. Yeah, Emma says this really well. Please don't die, Buttercup. Please don't die. Sorry, HK says I'm at 26k, but behind my bigger goal. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think she is kind of doing that nano thing. And there's HK's channel link in the chat, so if anyone would like to go and check her channel out, subscribe and all that good stuff, I will hold on just for you, says Nicole. So sweet, so sweet. Jody, hi everybody. She's waving, still lurking. Cool, all good, all good. Yeah, give yourself a break, Jody. You've been on the road for like, I don't know. You seem to travel quite a bit. You know. Oh, you're welcome, HK. You are very welcome. Emma says that's an awesome word count. Yes. What's your word count at, Emma? A bit of accountability. I'd like to know what the word count is for your stuff right now. Oh my god, Richard. So Richard says, fax the book to your friend, one page at a time. Oh dear. That's an idea. That's an idea. I'm not sure it's the most time efficient one. Yeah, Emma feels so special because of Nicole's words. Aww. Kat says, yes, media mail in the States, unfortunately not available. Yeah, exactly. So not available outside the US, which is, yeah, that's probably why the cost is a little on the higher side. I know it's just across the border as well. So, yeah, but I don't know how the whole thing works, to be honest. It's a bit more complex than I would like to get into. Nicole says you better believe. Aww. Melissa, yay and hi, HK. Oh, by the way, Melissa's in HK's streams quite a lot as well. So if you want to catch Melissa, go to HK streams. Nicole says, I've been playing RuneScape lately. Nice. Melissa to HK, you're getting there. 50k by Wednesday. Wednesday. Give her a bit of slack. Let's say Thursday morning. Thursday morning. A lot of slack. Now, who remembers fax? I remember fax machines. Richard, I remember fax. I used to do fax machines for work. That is bringing back some memories indeed. Lila says, does anyone else consider how much their hearts rate spiked when rating a book they read? Sometimes. Yes, Lula reads. Yes. Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of doing ratings sometimes, you know, unless it's a good rating. If it's like a 5-star, I love it kind of thing. Yeah, okay, I don't hesitate. But if it's gonna be a lower rating, it kind of makes me feel bad as well, you know. Showing my age, Richard. You're in good company. You're in good company. I suspect you're a bit younger than I am. Richard says fax machines with that weird glossy thermal paper. Yeah, I think they upgraded. Like it used to be that. I think that's like first or second generation, and then they use regular paper after that. So yeah. Hell yes, Melissa. Exactly. 50k maybe by Thursday morning. Melissa was saying Wednesday. I'm giving you like an extra half day. I remember fax. Yeah, Jody. I'm not gonna guess your age, and don't guess my age. But yeah, faxing was a thing back in the day. It really was. Melissa says to HK, I'll be in your sprints Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right? Cool. I'll try to pop in when I can. Melissa to HK. HK and I both have the goal of 50k by the 15th because we'll be each working on a second book. Oh, right. Sorry, I missed that. I must have missed that. Sorry. But yeah, I think it's possible. Like, I don't think it's unreasonable. If you got your word count and you know how fast you write and plan and everything, yeah. And you guys are pros. You guys are experienced people, so you know what you're doing. 100% confidence in you guys. Yes, Lula, says Nicole. If a book makes me cry, it has to be at least 4 stars of my far. Yeah. Exactly. Because if you can make me cry, you got me. Yeah, exactly. It's all about the emotional connection that you manage to get out of the reader. It doesn't matter what the genre or book is or niche, you know. If you can elicit an emotional response from someone by them reading your book, I think that's good enough. You know. Well, obviously this is fiction. I don't think we want to elicit emotional responses from non-fiction books. You know, those are a bit more dry and not really written for entertainment. You know, so but yeah, fiction books absolutely. Oh, hearts from HK to Melissa. Andy is 21. Ooh, are we taking bets on how old Andy is now? Luna, are you saying you don't leave reviews on books you didn't like? So this is my personal perspective. If I don't like it, I probably won't review it. That's the honest truth. I just leave it and not say anything. I'm not going to review every single book I read either, which ties into the fact of like I don't know what you call it, customer behavior, reader behavior, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the person who reads the book or the customer reads the book, they may not, actually the majority of them do not leave reviews. That's the honest truth. The majority of people do not leave reviews. So I just wanted to show this over here. Lula reads, and this is the reasoning for it. So this is the book I got from the library recently, like a week ago. A week ago. Oh my god. I haven't even opened the first page. It's terrible. I'm a horrible person. But this is the reason here when I say most people do not leave reviews. This book has 100,000 plus ratings. Not reviews, ratings. So people have clicked on the star rating. Some like it, some don't like it. Doesn't really matter which way this falls. But out of this 100,000 ratings, my guesstimate is that 10% is a high estimate. More like 0.5 to 1% of people will leave ratings or reviews. Okay, so if you think about that, if let's say I take 10% as the higher number, 10% of people leave ratings, which means the other 90% do not. And as an indication, this has sold probably 1 million copies or more, which then means it probably is a New York Times bestseller or some kind of bestseller, right? So yeah, in my perspective, from my point of view, if I don't like a book, I probably won't review it, unless it was so bad that I'm gonna take time out of my life to say this was really bad. I probably will just assume it's not for me, it's not my thing. Maybe the author didn't write it in the way I like, or whatever it is. I just wouldn't review it. But if it's a good book and I like it and I'm really into it, then I probably will leave a positive review. But negative reviews, I'm less likely, much less likely to review it. Richard says to Emma, Emma is older than my keyboard from 1992. I think I'm also older than your keyboard, Richard. In fact, I'm going to guess you are older than your keyboard because anyway. Melissa, thank you for the vote of confidence. Yeah, no, I 100%, like you guys know what you're doing. The folks in HK streams, you guys know how to write. So it's not like your first rodeo. You know your limits, your processes, so it's all good. Jody says, I remember when computers were introduced to schools and we had to learn how to make a stick figure move across. Oh yes, yeah, floppy disk. I don't know about the program you're talking about, but yeah, I was around when floppy disks were a thing. I cried over nonfiction. Really, Nicole, you cried over nonfiction books? Really? Okay, not memoirs. Yeah, that's yeah. I know memoirs are nonfiction, but okay. Have you ever cried when you were reading a finance book or an economics book? Like, would you cry out of maybe cry out of boredom or something? You wouldn't cry out of those things. You know what I mean? Maybe a memoir. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Emma. Exactly. Emma agrees with me. I think Richard is older and born before 1992. HK says, I've done 2 books once before during. Wow. Yeah, no, I believe that because your word count is crazy. Crazy. Lula says 21. I expect to end. I am definitely over 21. But thank you. I would love to remain 21 forever. I don't know. Forever seems like a long time, though. Nicole says, the narrative of life. The narrative of the life of Frederick Douglass. 5 stars, cried a lot. Okay. I'm gonna have to go see what that's about. Frederick Douglass, narrative of life. Thank you. That's good recommendation. I told you. no prizes, Jody. No prizes for guessing the age. Yeah, no, sorry. Can't do it. Nicole says, Andy, get it together with your reading schedule. I don't, oh my goodness, I don't have time to read a lot. I literally just finished Save the Cats, writes a novel, and I'm really, really keen to start moving into plotting and outlining, because I feel that will bring some structure to my writing. So my writing has kind of been all over the place. I'm just going to show you guys again very quickly about my writing. So I did an experiment. Well, it's not just an experiment. I wanted to start writing anyway, but I decided to basically just write stuff. It didn't matter what it was. So I had a template. I was inspired by Chris Fox's 5,000 words per hour, which is why all the like the standardized count I'm using is per hour. How many? Oh, sorry, that's my phone. How many words would I get per hour if I went from 5 minutes and I did that a few times a day to 60 minutes? Anyway, so I started sprint number 1 October 19th, and this was my word count per hour estimated or potential. It's kind of like extrapolated. And this kind of stayed stable. But if you look at my writing, I'm just going to scroll through. It didn't. The quality of writing improved, I think, and I got Emma to have a look as well. Actually, I went through over here. You can see this one was like a particularly short part. I've written shorter things, but you can see I was trying to play around with dialogue here, so that took a bit of time. And then here, oh look, I used Jodie's name. This was kind of like me trying to use a different perspective on my writing, and that got a lower word count. So I was just practicing. But towards the end, like I did one today, you can see it's probably a bit better. So this is sprint 23. And you go from sprint 23 to sprint 21 just to compare. Well, sorry, sprint 1 just to compare. Just even visually, you'll see that it's progressing. And if you want to check that video out, feel free to go and have a look. I left a link in the chat earlier. I'm gonna have to find it later. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. This one. It's this one here. I'm gonna share it again. I'm gonna post it in the comments. So feel free to go check that out. Let me share my screen again. Sorry, I forgot. When I go between screens, I forget people can't see it. So yeah, it's this one over here. Daily writing experiment and progress. Feel free to go have a look. Oh, I didn't add it to the stream. Okay, so it's daily writing experiment. Feel free to go and have a look at that. Yeah, where I document things, and then I actually get Emma to step in to say, what did she think about my writing? Because quality of writing is important as well. So yes. Nicole says reviews on Amazon have been so hard to get lately. Yes. I I have a few ways of getting reviews, but I don't get many reviews. I tried quite a few services actually. Richard says, okay, what's everyone's least favorite book? I'll start. The Road by Cormac McCarthy. God, that book was irritating from the first page. Well, why don't you just look at the first page and then not read it? Why would you then have to put yourself through the pain? Jody says, I'll just say I had my first kid in '92. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. Sorry. I'm not sure I'm going to read that. Lula says, I write book reviews, but I don't post them because I'm not good at it. I can barely think of anything except to say good, bad pacing, plot twists. Like, you know what, Lula reads? What you can do is check out what other people write and kind of not copy what they've written, obviously, but you can, especially for people who've written quite a few reviews, you will start to see the structure of what they are covering. So, for example, you might start with, this book is in this genre. It's suitable for this reader. It contains gore or, spice or whatever, you can start with that, and then you can go into the structure of it if you wanted. So what I would suggest is like read a few reviews of people who have taken the time to write a review, and then analyze the structure of those reviews, and you can, this way you can have at least 2 or 3 lines if you wanted. So it wouldn't just be one, but ultimately it's your perspective. So if you wanted to do a one-liner, by all means, you can just say, I like the book. You're absolutely welcome to say that. Don't feel like you have to do like a a synopsis of a research paper that's going to be analyzed by NASA. Just do what you feel is appropriate, that you are comfortable doing as well. And if you're stuck for ideas, check out the structure of how other people have reviewed books. Recently reached out to me to get me to review books, but I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I gotta say. Nicole says, I cried when I was reading The Body Keeps the Score by Bezel van der Kolk, which is about PTSD. Ooh, that one I would be interested in reading. That's interesting. Melissa says, ooh, have you ever heard of the author Brené Brown? She writes, I'm going to say that's Brené Brown. She writes nonfiction about breaking free from shame, embracing vulnerability and growth. She's funny and warm. I teared up. Oh, no, I have not. But that sounds really interesting, actually. Nicole says she's heard of her. Cool. Have not read her books, though. She has great quotes I like. Yes. Melissa to Nicole, that is on my list to read. I have a friend who was very moved by The Body Keeps the Score. Cool. Lula Rees says, I'm currently reading Save the Cat. Save the Cat writes a novel section called The Midpoint. Yes. I'm so my outlines going forward, my outlines will be going forward effectively using Save the Cat as the kind of the basis of it, because I really do like the way they lay it out, So that's let's stop calling Andy. No, it wasn't Emma, actually. Well, I don't think it was, but if it was, I just ignore her. Oh my god, did I just say that? No, I wouldn't ignore her. I'd ignore her for now, and then get back to her. Anyway, Nicole says, such a great novel, but very hardcore. Yeah, careful with that, Nicole. Melissa, novel, not novel. Foggy brain. Yeah. Cool. I have Saved the Cat, but then I was talking to my buddy, and he said that's more hero's journey, and I'm writing mystery. No, actually. And I'm writing mystery, so great. Might not even help that much for this series. Yeah, they have like different story genres. And it's not just about the hero, but yeah, okay, it's fair enough to say it's mostly about the hero, I guess. But it depends. They've got like quite a few examples. Yeah, definitely go through that book. It's one recommended by Emma as well, who's a proper romance author. Okay, so there's the link to my YouTube video if anyone would like to go and watch that. Melissa to Nicole, I knew what you meant. Oh Lord, I did not read that right. Not wording right. No, it's all good. Demon Cophead was amazing. Okay. Cool. Hold on. Nicole says, this is why I'm not writing anything this month. Yeah, I've had to take breaks as well, and that's okay. There's no reason we shouldn't take breaks. It's all good. Mental health day, mental health month, it's all good. Jody asks, what program are you using to write? I use Word. I like using Word, Microsoft Word. That's kind of my, I like the program. I'm used to it. The alternative I would probably use if I had to choose would be Google Docs or something like that. Some kind of free cloud-based program. But at the moment, I'm using Microsoft Word. That's my program of preference because it does like the word count. You just highlight your words and then it counts it up for you. I kind of like that. It also has the review function. I don't know if you know what I mean. There's a review function, which I highly recommend. Let me just stop my screen. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to share my Word documents again, just to show you what I mean by the review portion of it. So let's see. Okay, over here, I don't know if you see where my mouse is. Review, read aloud. If you click on read aloud, it literally reads every single word. It's got a mechanical voice. It's not very good, like the voice, It's mechanical, but the read aloud has saved me from editing and all that kind of stuff. Because when I hear my words being read to me, I kind of pick up on, for example, repetition. Maybe there's some kind of weird sounding sentence or some such. So that's my preference. I like to use Word. But you're welcome to let me know what you use. I'd love to know. Let me just add that back. Add the timer back. Okay, let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay, here we go. Nicole says, at least I finished second book. Ooh, with my editor. Yeah, take a break. Writers love any review, even once. Exactly, exactly right. Um, Richard says to Jody, I'm sure Annie's using Microsoft. Yes, I am indeed. Lula says, I'm in a Discord server where we have a house system. Everyone earns points for the house with various bookish activities, including posting book reviews in the server. So that's where I post them. Okay, that does sound interesting. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a. I don't know what their house rules are, so you probably have to check that. But if they've got a house rule on how, like, what reviews they expect, then maybe check it out. That's interesting. Then at the end of the month, the house with the most points wins the house cup. Nice, I like it. Nothing like a bit of friendly competition. I like that. Melissa says you're right. It's off of Annie. She pronounces it Renee with a B. Yeah, cool. She has one of the most watched TED Talks of all time. Nice. If you got a link, feel free to drop that TED Talks thing. Are you Oh, I hope you're modded up. Are you modded up? If you're not, let me know. I feel bad. You should be modded up. Let me know if you're not modded up. Um, but you should be modded up, Melissa. So feel free to drop a link. I enjoyed Brene Brown's Daring greatly. I still need to read Atlas of the Heart, which is sitting on my bookshelf. Ooh, I got so many books sitting on my bookshelf. It's embarrassing. Casanova Adventures from Melissa. Yes, love Daring greatly. Also, Dare to Lead. I have Atlas of the Heart. Yeah. Seems like I gotta read this. I feel like I gotta read this one now. Hero's Journey is a storytelling theme for a lot of fiction studied by Jones. Yeah, exactly. It's not all about the hero's journey though, but the hero is obviously kind of the main character maybe, but not really for mystery series. I bought it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's worth a read. And then you can adjust it. You don't have to use all of it. Like if you know what you're doing, just take the bits that work for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to use all the bits. That's just my perspective. Kat says to Melissa, great minds think alike indeed. Track changes. Yeah, I don't know about track changes. I'm more the review. I use it for different purposes, but yeah, track changes is useful once it goes to the editor. I am what yeah, cool. No rush, Melissa. Like whenever you find the TED Talk link, feel free to drop it and I'll probably have a watch at some point. Okay, people, let's do a half an hour sprint. I feel like I've chatted quite a lot, as usual. So I've changed the banner. Let's do a half an hour sprint. And before we go, Melissa's found the TED Talk by Brene Brown. So there it is, the power of vulnerability. Feel free to go check that out. Okay, let's do a half hour sprint. I'll see you guys in half an hour. Let's go, starting now. Okie dokie. That is time. How did everyone do? Everyone's still awake? Hopefully you haven't fallen asleep. Let me see. So let me scroll back. Gonna catch where I left off. Okay, just so everyone is clear, it's not me purring. So if you can hear purring, that's because Twinkle is over here. And I don't know if you can hear purring. Anyway, she's right in front of the microphone. So there we go. It's not me purring. Okay, so Melissa, thankfully got the video for a TED Talk by anyway, go check it out. There's the link by Brene Brown. It's a TED Talk, The Power of Vulnerability. I'm gonna go check that out. Thank you, Melissa, for getting that link. Really appreciate it. So thank you. And Jody, you don't see it spelled this way often. Most spell it with a Y or an IE, and it comes from Joseph or Josephine. So it is a universal name, non-gender specific. Yep. I've met Jodies and Jodies with IE and Ys, and the occasional Jody with an I over the years, both male and female. Yep, absolutely true. Jodie's going back to lurking, but she can still hear me, which is cool. Not driving today. Yeah, you do a lot of driving, so yeah, take a break. I think it is cool, she says, because you don't see in books much as character names. Yeah, I'm probably going to use that, maybe. If I do write something, I might use that. With your blessing, of course, if you're okay with that. So I just said, sounds good, you drive a lot, yep. So I was just mentioning to Nicole, I don't know if Nicole is still here, but if you are, on Save the Cats writes a novel. Sorry, Save the Cat writes a novel. I'm just going to have a look at the page number here. It was page 80 something. Okay, page 81 of the paperback Save the Cat Writes a Novel. It has the 10 like genre beats that Save the Cat breaks down into. 10 genres to fit any story in that chapter, and I'm suggesting that mystery might fall under the why done it. So it obviously depends on what kind of mystery it is, but if there's like a murder mystery, it's not so much the murder that is important, or if there's some kind of a treasure hunt. The treasure isn't that important. I mean, obviously the treasure is a big part of the story, but I'll just read this out to you from Save the Cat Writes a Novel. Why done it? A mystery must be solved by a hero who may or may not be a detective. So there's obviously the hero journey, and it goes on to say, during which something shocking is revealed about the dark side of human nature. So I think this pretty much covers like 90% of mysteries, and it doesn't really matter what the mystery is. So I'm going to be basing my book, or books, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to be basing my plots and outlines based on the why done it, if I'm doing thrillers. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know. Jody says, yep, hubby's job has us bouncing around for the electric substations. He runs a crew that gets the groundwork done for new ones going in or expansions. Cool. Nice. I didn't know that. That's why I've tried to do online work. Yeah. Absolutely. Speaking of that, there's so many avenues to do like online stuff. I don't know where you are with the KDP thing, but don't worry about where the KDP thing is. Just keep moving forward. There's like Etsy. You could sell on Etsy with custom stuff, or even template stuff. There's always that. Designs, like people sell lots of stuff. You can even put your like journal designs if you're doing low content stuff. If that's what you were planning to do anyway. Okay, I'm not suggesting you do this, but if that's what you were planning to do anyway, well, okay, the cat is stretching. I hope she doesn't purr too loudly. Anyway, so you can do like journal stuff. You can post that on Etsy. You can even sell it on Creative Fabrica, for example. There's so many ways to do it. So don't feel discouraged if KDP hasn't got back to you or anything like that. it's unfortunate. Sometimes KDP is a bit heavy-handed. Hopefully you get that sorted out. But in the meantime, just keep moving forward. You got the skills. You can keep moving forward. It's just a matter of like finding the avenue that will sell your stuff, right? Yeah. So Jody says, okay, bopping about but still listening, researching for a website. Cool, cool. Thank you. Lula Reads says, finished the midpoint and bad guys close in from Save the Cat. Writes a novel. Then read second half of the chapter in second half of a chapter in The Death of Jane Lawrence. Ah, okay. Cool, cool. Good to know. Melissa says 1053 words in that sprint. 1053. Oh, four figures. That is outstanding. Well done, Melissa. That's crazy. By all means, yes, you can make. If I do use Jody as the first name of a character, I will make sure it's in the acknowledgements. I don't know if you guys read the book. Oh, I can't remember the guy's name now. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna check my book stuff. I got a folder called book stuff. I think it was 17. Was it 17 or by John Brownlow? I think, or Recursion by Blake Crouch. Recursion by Blake Crouch, I believe it was. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think it was Recursion by Blake Crouch, where he basically, Blake Crouch literally like lays out which characters were inspired by on in the fiction book Recursion, which characters were inspired by which actual people in real life. And obviously it's all fiction, so it's not like this person worked for the police and this person was the character as a police person in the book. It wasn't like that. But yeah, I might do that. I'm tempted. So yeah, Kat says both packages are ready for me to bring to the post office tomorrow. Good. I made a cup of coffee, organize a little bit in my office. You got that $1,000,000 now, Kat? Because that's what it's gonna cost to ship it to Canada. Maybe $1 billion by tomorrow. I don't know. Inflation these days, hey. Lila Reed says, "Save the Cat writes a novel is exhausting to go through. It is, man. I kid you not. It took me like, I don't know. I want to say about 2 months to read Save the Cat writes a novel. And I'm a slow reader. I accept that, but I'm not that slow. I'm not that slow. I'm slow, but not that slow. And yeah, man, it took me a long time to get through it. And I think Emma had suggested, like, if you know that your book or what you are planning to write is not going to be a certain kind of beat, then maybe skip over that beat sheet. So Save the Cat has like 10 story genres or whatever they call it. I can't remember what they call it now, so let me just see if I can find it actually. I think they call it story genres. Let me take a quick peek. I got the book here. Different types of stories. Hold on. Story types. They call it story types, and that's all good. Story types. They've got about 10 story types that they go through. And Emma's suggestion was, if your story is nowhere near this story type, then you can skip it. If you do that, then I suspect you'll get through the book with less pain. I read the whole thing through because I wanted to see what was out there. But it's very clear I'm not going to be writing like a Golden Fleece kind of thing or some kind of magic, some kind of Aladdin magic thing or body swapping thing. That magical touch is not going to be something I'm going to write. But I read it anyway because I wanted to see what it was about. But if that's not really what you are going to write, then you could skip over those story what's it called now? Story types, so skip over a story type that doesn't apply, and then you'll find instead of reading like 300 odd pages you'll end up reading like maybe 100 150, so you cut down the number of pages to read straight away. Melissa says, thank you, Jody. Cool. And Jody says, still getting the need more time emails on the issue. Yeah. You know what? I feel for you. But all I can say is just just be professional, be as persistent as you can, and just wait, just be patient. But in the meantime, as I said, in the meantime, you've got all these other skills you could apply, and that applies to everyone in this chat and in AuthorTube and stuff. We've all got skills that we could potentially use elsewhere. We can beta read or beta read. We could maybe help promotional stuff, like if you're very good at social media marketing, maybe that could be something you can help other people with. Maybe you're an email marketer, maybe you know how to craft emails with good copywriting, stuff like that. There are things that we can do that are writing or publishing adjacent that doesn't necessarily require us to publish on KDP or anywhere else. You could totally do stuff without ever publishing anything. Like editors do that all the time. They don't publish. They literally, some editors I'm sure do publish, don't get me wrong, but their job is to edit stuff. So I'm just saying there are publishing, writing adjacent things that we can do. Which Save the Cat book did you read at? It's called Save the Cat Writes a Novel. Let me see if I can get that. Just give me a minute. I'm going to find it over here. Save the Cat Writes a Novel. So it's this one over here. Save the Cat Writes a Novel by Jessica Brody. And the original one was Blake Snyder. Now, Blake Snyder did this, and this one was for screenwriting. So this was for like movies and stuff on screen. But Jessica Brody wrote it adapting Blake Snyder's screenwriting book, adapted for novels, so for writers basically. So it's this one over here. It's very distinctive, orange, white with a bit of like yellowy, writes a novel. So that's the one I'm talking about, Cat. Yeah, it's a really good book. And even Emma recommended it. So there you go. If Emma recommends it, it's gotta be good, right? Like, yeah, just go through what you think you may need. So you don't have to go through the whole book, in my opinion. Like if you're never gonna write certain story types, just skip it. Just don't read it. It's all good. Morgan, hey Morgan. Oh, I'm so sorry I didn't pop over to say hi. I'm sorry. I know you're streaming just now as well. So sorry about that. But I was, I was running my stream and I was trying to do some studying, and yeah, everything just got away from me. Sorry about that, Morgan. But I hope your stream was good. Yeah, no problem, Kat. No problem at all. No, I found that really useful actually. And the other book that Emma had recommended was, it's called Understanding Show Don't Tell and Really Getting It. That one's by Hardy. But that one is more like as you're writing or as you're editing, you can go through the showing and telling bit. Hold on, just give me a minute. My cat wants to get out now, obviously. Okie dokie. Sorry about that. Cat wants to get out. Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Morgan. I'm really sorry. Good to hear the stream went well. Yeah, cool. And by the way, Morgan does editing, if I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah, so, if you want to plug any links, by all means, Morgan, feel free. I think you're modded up, right? Oh my god, that'll be embarrassing if you're not modded up. Sorry, I hope you're modded up. I'm just double checking here. Okay, let me mod you up right now. Sorry. Okay, you should be modded up, Morgan. So if you got any links you'd like to share, I'm always supportive of fellow people in this space, so it's all good. Cool. Okie dokie. Let us do a final sprint. Let's do a final sprint, and we will do a half-hour one because that's the theme for today. Half-hour sprints. And let's go. I'll see you guys in half an hour right now. Starting now. Let's go. And that is time. I'm not sure why the ring doesn't come on anymore with this thing. Did I change the settings? I don't know. I don't think I changed the settings. Well, I did change the settings in the sense that I changed the time on it, but oh well. I don't know. Let's see. We stopped over here. I was mentioning to Morgan, apologizing more like that I couldn't pop into the stream earlier. But yeah, all good. And Morgan is actually taking bookings, so she does editing work. If people didn't know that, and she's got her website there. If anyone would like to go check that out, authormorganlee.com/services. Booking for 2024. Yep, that's right. So it's not immediate. You got to plan a little bit. Morgan has been anointed. Exactly right. She has the power. All hail Morgan of the Wrench. Yep, she's got power now. Careful, everyone's still at it. Yep, exactly, Paget. We are troopers. We are gonna do what we can. And actually, there's a good point. If you're gonna read, by all means, call it reading with Andy instead of sprinting with Andy or writing with Andy. It'll be like reading with Andy. I used to read. I'm okay reading on my streams. I think that's okay because it does help with believe it or not your writing and stuff. So reading is not a bad thing. I know I usually feel there's no time, but I need to read someone else's words for a bit. Yes, agreed, Patrick. Agreed. Yeah, and that was just me saying. Oh, excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. That was me saying it helps reading other people's work. I find, call it research or expanding your horizons. I also feel that reading, I pick up things. So some authors, some writers do a really good job doing dialogue, for example. Maybe they do a really good job doing descriptive work. I really like that. But I wouldn't have known had I not read their work. So there's nothing wrong reading. I gotta say, I should probably expand the genres I'm reading in because I'll probably pick up more things. But yeah, I kind of took note because, like Emma, she reads very wide. She doesn't only read in her genre; she reads very wide. And I'm guessing that probably helped with her books, and her books are really successful, by the way. So Melissa says, officially wrote 0 words for this whole last hour. Hey, you've got your words, Melissa. You've got your words. Got to take it easy. Take a break, regroup, and then you'll come back stronger. More words later. You got your second book potentially coming up on Wednesday if you get that target hit, right? So I guess Wednesday is a big day. Morgan says, I read a bit, working through a headache. Oh, but still trying to get some work done for my critique partner. Yeah, I don't know. I hope you feel better soon. Maybe take something for the headache. Is it like dehydration? So you gotta go and get some water or something? That might help. Just an idea. If water doesn't work, I usually have some painkillers myself. Because I used to try and muscle it out and tough it out, but I've realized as I get older, there are no awards for toughing it out, really. So, yeah, my preference is just to take a painkiller and reduce the symptoms of the headache. That's my preference anyway, and it's not medical advice, please. Okay, Kat says, I watched my video one last time and scheduled it for tomorrow. While watching, I was also cutting out some puzzle pieces for vocabulary activity. I'm planning to do my second grade. It's nice. And that's a really top tip, by the way. I watched my video one last time and scheduled it for tomorrow. I do that. I never used to, and obviously the one time you don't is the one time it goes public, and there's so many errors that you're like, oh man, I could have caught this had I just done one more final take on it, or one more final pass at it. So yeah, now is just part of my process. I will always watch a video start to finish if it's already like done, you know? That's just me. Because the few minutes that it takes to catch an error saves you a whole ton of heartache in the future. Kat also says, I also set up the live stream for Wednesday. Nice. Cool, 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 cool. HK, I really need to read out of my genre. Oh, and I got words. Nice. How many words you get? Like HK is a bit of a beast when it comes to words. But yeah, I'm not very good at reading outside my genre. I gotta improve on that. Saying that, I don't have much time. Like, you know, I have other things to do. So where I allocate my time, I've got to be kind of very selective. At the moment, I've just chosen to focus on craft books, like Save the Cat, understanding show don't tell, that kind of thing. So craft books, as well as the genre I'm thinking of writing in. Haven't written anything yet in genre, but that's the one I kind of gravitate to most. Thrillers. So like movie wise, I guess that's the easiest example for me to use, would be like a kind of Jason Bourne, a Jack Ryan kind of thing, some spy espionage background with high stakes, maybe financial or global collapse of something, you know, kind of Mission Impossible esque kind of feel. That's kind of what I like, you know. So I figure that's probably the best or most closest genre that I would probably write in. It's also the one I know best, you know. So I'm not gonna go and, like, nothing against romance authors or anything. So it's just my opinion. I'm not gonna go write romance because, number one, I don't read romance. I don't know what people want. I'll be really bad at what Emma calls kissing books. I'd be really bad at it. You do not want me to waste my time doing that. You know, you guys will read it and go, "What is this crap?" You know, please stop writing this. Mind you, most people will probably be very polite and say, you know, stick with something different. You know, but yeah. So like, I can't do romance books. It's not really my thing. But something like a Mission Possible kind of thing, I would probably like to write something around that. Maybe other mystery kind of things, mystery thrillers kind of things. I'm not a horror person. I don't even like reading or watching horror, so I couldn't write that either. So yeah, anyway, that's my genre of choice at the moment. Melissa, good advice. Cool. I hope it works out. Yeah. Just on that final note, if it doesn't work out, it's not my fault. No, but seriously, no one can go at 100% all the time. That's just reality. We are not machines. Even machines need downtime. They need to be taken to maintenance, go to the shop to get like oiled up or whatever, you know. So yeah, give yourself some space. It's all good. Morgan says I'm a tough it out person too. So no, I haven't taken anything. I drink more. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. But these days, I try and tough it out for a little bit, but I give in. I just end up having a painkiller just to get rid of the symptom. Yeah, what can I say? I've weakened as I aged. I'm still aging. I'm getting weaker as we speak. Ooh, Jody is curious about HK's word counts. And HK says 500. Nice, nice. Look at that. Look at that. Those word counts. They are doing very well indeed. Melissa says, I won't assign you liability. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Really appreciate that, actually. Please, anyone on any of my streams, there's like a blanket disclaimer. Anything I say, especially this fact talk, I'm not liable for what I say. Think of it as like characters talking through me. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just the characters that haven't come out yet. That's what they're saying. No liability, please. Melissa says, "Nice, HK. You are a worthy." She is, right? She totally is. And you're right. You're writing in second language as well. Exactly. Now I can't even keep English straight in my head, to be honest. Cool. Cat has to hop off. All good. Thanks for the sprints, Andy. I enjoyed hanging out. It was very productive. I hope everyone has a great upcoming week. And I think let's call it a day. Cat's wrapped it up really nicely. It's been a long weekend for me. There was the 30-hour write-a-thon, which a few of us were participating in, so that was quite good. And also, I got a book out last week, which I have yet to open the first page on. Evil, Terrible Me. Lucy Foley's The Guest List. I plan to open that this coming week, hopefully. So that's on my schedule. I need to do that for sure. So yeah, let's call it a weekend. Actually, let's call it a Sunday, and hopefully I'll see everyone back next week. If not, have yourself a great week. Have yourself a great Sunday. What's remaining of it. I'm streaming normal time next week, 5 to 6 on Wednesdays, and Sundays 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, I wish you a good rest of your Sunday and the rest of the week. Have a good weekend, everyone. See you next week.